So, very good evening. How are you doing?
Uh, yes, I'm doing great. Thank you so much, Krishma, for having me on your platform. And I have been waiting for this conversation for a longer period of time. And thank you so much for inviting me and having me on your platform. Thank you so much.
Okay, so I know about you a bit because we had a conversation last time.
Yes.
So, but it's been really a long time. So, I just want you to give me your introduction for my audience or for my viewers. Yeah.
Okay, definitely, Krishma. As you know, Krishma, my name is Swati and I am from a very beautiful place, Jammu and Kashmir. I'm a homemaker, mother of one child. I also run a small YouTube channel, and recently I have started teaching spoken English to the beginner and intermediate level. And I'm also learning with them and enjoying my journey. And talking about my
Oh,
hobbies, I love reading,
mhm.
listening to music, watching movie, and playing badminton. And that's all about me. Thank you so much.
Okay. That's amazing. Congratulations that you started teaching. And how long it has been since you're teaching?
It's been 4 months. People approach me now. You are good at speaking, so now please providing a session. But I was not ready. People were showing
Okay.
some trust in me, but I was not ready. But yes, now I'm enjoying. Initially, I was very nervous. I was not able to, conduct like session for them. But yes, with time nowadays, I'm also enjoying and feel confident while teaching them. Yes,
So,
and
you are
learning
teaching
with
to
them.
intermediate people.
Yes, not teaching. I think I'm practicing my English with them. I think they also don't get so much time to, practice their English. So not teaching. Yes, I am learning with them. Yes,
Okay.
because
And how your
both kind of
session
people
goes?
are joining, like those who are beginner and intermediate level. Yes.
Okay.
Mm.
So how your session goes like? I mean, you just do spoken practice or do you also teach some grammar concept to them?
Yes, I also teach grammar concept as well as every day I try to teach them new vocab, idiom, phrasal verbs, and as you know, grammar concept like tenses, subject verb agreement. Yes,
Mhm.
and a normal conversation as well. How we can hold
Oh,
a normal conversation. Yes, in this way, I provide.
that's amazing. That's amazing.
Thank you so much.
So what habit changed your English more than any course or, I mean, teacher? What do you think just after learning English?
What kind of habit I have changed?
No, no, sorry. I think I also made it wrongly.
It's
I
okay.
just want to know that what is that one habit you used to do continuously which make your English so well that now you started teaching?
Mhm. I
So what
think.
is that one habit?
Mhm.
Yeah.
So that habit, I think that is consistency. I started, taking small daily action and start to continuing that. I think shadowing practice is one of the practice I'm continuously doing, even for 5 minutes, listening, watching content, and reading some grammar concept as well as reading some short stories and observing in story what kind of words, what kind of sentence structures they are using the story. So in this way I think I am very consistent with this part. So last 1.5 year I am continuously doing this. Yes, in between I must took some break like 2.5 month, but yes, I'm trying to be consistent. Yes,
Mhm.
so I think this
Since
habit
you
I
have
am doing
Mhm.
continuously.
Okay.
Yes.
Since you have been consistent for so many months and you have started teaching also, so
Mhm.
do you think, I mean, what does confidence mean to you? Now,
Mhm.
if I compared it the 5 years ago, is
Yes.
that, do you feel that it has improved after learning a language?
Yes, definitely. As you know, Krishma, when we started, we have some self-doubt. We have a fear of making mistake, fear of judgment. So yes, I have these kind of fear initially, but still maybe they have. But I overcome these fear with my confidence because we cannot, remove fear, from their root. Fear they will be there, but yes, I have overcome those fear with my confidence, and I also improved my confidence because I think confidence when you overpass your fear, whatever the fear you have, but you are not letting your fear to hold you back. So yes, I think this is the way that nowadays I'm trying to overcoming my fear and becoming confident.
Okay. So, do
Yes.
you think that self-doubt is also something which holds a person back, I mean, achieving their goals. Because most of English learners, they have that kind of self-doubt that no, I can't
Yes.
do that because it's not for me. What do you want to say on this?
Yes, definitely. When I started my journey, I also have had some self-doubt because I was not very consistent with this journey. But yes, self-doubt also, let people to go like hold back them. And when they start, I think taking small daily actions, so that self-doubt, remove automatically, but with consistency and with some small daily action, whatever they are putting in. Because when you start taking small action, and over a period of time you improve yourself, and that improvement help you to believe in yourself, and when you start believing in yourself, it also help you to become more and more confident. So I think in this way a person can become confident and believer in themselves if they try to be consistent, if they try to taking small daily action, whatever they have to do for the betterment of whatever the skill they are learning. So I think it also helping people, but yes, self doubt always you know uh, make people to hold them back.
Hmm.
Yes.
Right, completely agree with your answer. I think small actions are very important. Just
Yes.
by like seeing videos, reading book, you're not able to speak English. If I
Mm.
talk about this particular niche, like how to improve English and all, I think you should keep speaking every day. Maybe it is for 15 minutes, but if you will do it consistently, then definitely you will see some changes after a few months. So since you
Yes.
are teaching people, what kind of major problem do you see when people come to you for learning English? What is the main problem?
Mhm. I think that I have observed in people that they have a kind of fear of, making mistake. They always have some self-doubt in themselves and fear of
Mhm.
judgment. And they also try to, at their first call, they try to become perfect. They don't want to show their mistake. I think fear of making mistake hold them back. So these type of the problem I think people are facing. And first of all, I would like to tell them you don't need to fear of making mistake. Just focus on the process, trust the process. And I also share my journey, how I started. I also had the same fear of judgment, fear of making mistake, self-doubt, how I overcome because of consistency, because of small daily action. And you just have to take one step, the other step you automatically find what you have to do. But yes, I think people also, start waiting for motivation, so it is also one
Hmm.
of the cause. Yes, and when they
Hmm. That.
don't find any kind of improvement within week or within month, they start stopping. And as we all know that within month you cannot become fluent. You have to, do some or give some time to the practices. Give to some time, whatever you are learning. You will have to be very consistent. So in this way, a person can become fluent and confident over a period of time. But no one can become confident and fluent within a very shorter period of time. So these type of the fear like people face, like initially they try to doesn't try to show their mistakes, and fear of making mistake, fear of judgment, fear of a kind of self doubt also holding them back.
Mhm.
Yeah.
That's true. Completely agree with your answer. And how long it took you to become fluent in this language?
I think I am not very fluent. I also make mistake while speaking, but yes, I am confident enough. I can handle any conversation. But I would like to share, Krishma, here that when I lately started this journey with spoken English teaching 4 months ago, I took a, like I stopped my these type of the practicing like conversation practices, and
Mm-hmm.
last 15 or 20 days I again resumed. And when I had first conversation with someone, so I was not finding so much confidence in within me. So I again, thought that I should have started again having this type of conversation, because when you take a long break, so just definitely you will face this kind of emotion like underconfident, self doubt. So yes,
Okay,
this
yeah,
is my
same happened
answer.
with me. When I stopped working on my English for I think 10 or 15 days, and I could see the lack of confidence in me. I was not that confident, like generally I do have that kind of confidence. So that's very, very normal or thing. I think very normal thing to happen because it's not our mother tongue or the first language. So it happened. We
Yes.
need to practice a lot.
Yes.
But I just want to know that how long it took you to become fluent. How many years you spent on learning English?
Mhm.
Did you
So do
study
you?
it from an English medium school?
So first of all, I would like to ask you: do you think that I am fluent speaker? Because
I do
sometimes,
think you
Mhm.
are. You are.
Okay, thank
Yes.
you so much. But yes, I am not very fluent, but yes, I am confident. So I think I have started my journey with spoken English last 1.5 year ago. So my journey
Oh.
is about 1.5 year ago. And yes, I have studied from English medium, but even I didn't get that kind of environment where people were, speaking in English. Even our teacher didn't know how to speak in English. I was good in grammar, I was good at reading, but I was not good at, understanding the English. I was not good at, speaking. So speaking part I have just started 1.5 year ago. So I think it takes me to become fluent, like 8 9 months. Yes,
Eight,
eight
9 months.
nine months.
I think
Yes.
it's a good time. I mean, just within 8 months,
Yes.
if you can speak English like this, I would say that it's really great.
Yes,
So, do
because
you
it
think that?
also, Krishna, depend on
Mhm.
how much time you are devoting in. Because
Ah, that's
I
true.
think I have devoted my time like 6 7 hours per day. So I think that's why I become, yes. That time I was more into listening,
Nice.
watching. I was more into, speaking with myself. Shadowing practice I did a lot initially. But nowadays I'm not devoting so much time. But initially I devoted so much time in learning this language, like speaking, how to speak, how to feel confident, how to just like articulate your thought. Yes.
But that's amazing. I mean, after practicing of 8 months, you start speaking well, and then you start teaching as well. And now you're practicing with your co-learners through YouTube and other people. That's great.
Yes.
But do you think that pronunciation is also one of the aspect which, I mean, we have to pay attention? Because most of the people, I mean, in India, if I talk about, I mean, their pronunciation is not accurate or not up to the mark, but they are very good in English. They know all grammar rule. Their articulation is good, but they are not able to pronounce words properly. What do you
Mhm.
think? Why it happens, and what we can do to enhance this?
Mhm. So first of all, I would like to say that my pronunciation is also not up to the mark. But yes, I am trying to good at my pronunciation. So for my pronunciation, I think I am doing shadowing practice, because when you do shadowing, so automatically you can improve your pronunciation. And if I came across or come across any new words, I try to find its pronunciation in network. Like, so in this way, I'm improving. I'm trying to speak that word like 5 6 times so that I can pronounce it,
Mhm.
proper way. And I try to also use those words or those sentences in my conversation in my classes. So in this way, I'm trying to improve my pronunciation. So yes, I think people initially just start focusing on speaking, and over a period of time, they should also start focusing on their pronunciation, their flow of sentences. So in this way, they can also start. But yes, nowadays I am bit confident, and also working on my pronunciation. Whatever the word came across or come across in my way, I try to find out its correct pronunciation and learn from it.
That's true. And I
Yes.
think you have mentioned rightly that shadowing is the best practice if you want to improve your pronunciation and try to
Mhm.
copy the speakers who are speaking everything correctly.
Mhm.
One or two mistakes can be fine because not everybody can be perfect 100%. Even if you talk
Right.
about the most advanced English
Mhm.
learner, he can also make a
Yes.
pronunciation error or maybe a grammar error. So we shouldn't judge people just through their mistakes, but as a whole we should understand that the person is speaking well and we should start shadowing. But
Mhm.
now I want to know that do you feel that grammar is also very important? I mean, without grammar we can't speak English or we can't create structures. What do you feel
Mhm.
about it?
Mm. Grammar is also important, but initially I think you should focus on speaking, because I think nowadays people know about grammar a little bit. So just they first start to speaking as much as they can, because how a child, those who are grown up in that kind of environment where people speak English, they don't start their speaking with grammar books, only because of their environment, only whatever they listen, observe, watch. So they start mugging up all these things and start shadowing practice. So yes, people can learn this language via shadowing, via observing, watching, listening, and devoted so much time in this language. So in this way, they can also learn. Even we have find so many people, in some area where their people are illiterate, but they are able to speak this language in a better way. Even they are better than those who know, grammar. So I think people should focus a little bit like tenses and subject verb agreement, but don't focus so much on grammar. But yes, if you know this grammar, so yes, you can speak this language as much as possible. If I compare those who doesn't or don't know English grammar, so it's my opinion.
Mm. No, I can completely agree with this. Even I have the same perception about this question. Like, grammar is important, but we should not indulge ourselves too much into the grammar so that we forget about the confidence and other things. Because for speaking English, not only grammar is enough. You should be first confident. You have to gather that courage that you can speak in front of people. That is one important thing. Maybe
Mhm.
initially you make mistake, but after few attempts, definitely you will learn it. Because once you fail into
Yes,
something, you second time you automatically very confident, and it
yes,
comes from within. Nobody teaches you that confidence. That comes
yes.
automatically. So
And
that is the main thing.
I have seen so many video of yours that you learn this language without, I think, not focusing so much on grammar, only for
Right.
speaking. Yes.
Right. Because
Mm.
I was not able to understand grammar at that time. I was like very confused because in as a subject when I was studying English, I
Yes.
was not good at it. So that is
Mm.
one of the reasons that my grammar is not good. But if I would depend on grammar, I mean, I don't think that I could learn English like the way I'm speaking right now. So I did not
Mm.
focus much on grammar, and that's the result that I'm able to speak and share my thoughts and articulate well. So,
Yes.
but one more thing is there. I mean, people nowadays they say that we are good in grammar, pronunciation is good, we read, we write, but we don't find speaking partners, and I don't
Mm.
have English environment. Do you think that it's the actual reason people are not able to speak, or it's just an excuse? How do you
Mm.
see this?
I personally, think that maybe it's a excuse because nowadays everything is available at their comfort zone. They can learn if they want, because learning this language doesn't need to work so much on grammar. Or if they, because we know people know grammar, people know words, people have vocabulary, but they are not able to speak because understanding and speaking is very different to each other. Because understanding is a kind of passive learning and you just consume the content, but speaking needs some efforts because you have to create the sentence. At the same time, you have to focus on grammar, vocab, or sentence structures. So I think it takes efforts. That's why people focusing on consuming the content are not able to producing the content. So I think people are just consuming and focus less on speaking. So if they speak with themselves, even partner is not there, they can speak with AI, they can speak with themselves, whatever they have did throughout the day, they can speak on that. They can speak nearby environment, what is happening in their life. They can also start with this. So in this way they can also start, because I also start, there is no partner when I started my journey, so I speak with myself. I speak in front of mirror, I make my video, I record my video. So in this way a person can learn if they want, because nowadays on social media we have came across or come across many videos where people are sharing their journey, how they learn this language in their home without any partners, so people can learn. I think today's world, because today's world,
Hmm.
I think any skill you can learn at your home because everything is available on social media. So you just need that kind of direction and put some efforts.
Right. I completely understand this. And I want to know that when you were learning English, did you talk to, I mean, anybody, for example, ChatGPT, AI app, or any other person, or you were
Mhm.
only on self-talking or shadowing, as you have mentioned?
Mhm. So, Krishna, when I started, so I got that idea because I came across conversation video like your video, Ram sir video, and Rajni Verma. So I got to know that people were enhancing their speaking English because of their conversation. So I got an idea if they can improve their language, so I can also start my YouTube channel and inviting people or emailing them to have or had this type of conversation. So in this way, I can also improve. So that time I didn't have any kind of partner with me, and I just learned this language from social media, shadowing practice, and speak with myself. Because when you start any journey, so you also start to search many content, how you can improve, how you can learn, how can you learn easily, how you can become confident. So in this way, I also learned this language without any partner. But yes, I also started my journey with a YouTube channel. So I must say that I also had some conversation with a YouTuber at that time. So this also helped me a lot. Yes.
Okay. But as you
Mm.
have mentioned that you used to spend 6 to 7 hours a day for learning English. But for
Initially.
example, if anybody
Mm.
wants to learn English and he has only a limited time, like 1 hour, 2 hour, what
Mm.
can be the best thing he can do in just 1.5 hour? What
Mm.
would you like
I
to say
think
to that?
the most influential practice they can do shadowing practice, because with shadowing practice you can all the practice like speaking, learning vocabulary, pronunciation, and sentence structures and expression as well. You can observe people how they are talking, how they are expressing themselves, how they are coming new idea. So I think with shadowing practice, people I think do everything in one technique. Speaking, I think they can also read from the subtitle. They can read, they can speak, they can think. So this practice really helpful for them if they start with shadowing practice. For even they can start like 5 minutes, 6 minutes, because initially if you put so much pressure on your mind, so definitely you gonna bore over a period of time. So initially they can start like shadowing practice 5 minutes, 6 minutes, and over a period of time they can increase the time. So they can focus on consuming the content, as well as whatever they are consuming, try to narrate in your own word, try to speak out loud. Don't speak in your mind, because in our mind we are very confident, we are very fluent, but when time to speak, words don't come to our mind. So we need to align our mouth with our mind. So yes, this practice they can do. So everyone can learn this language. So it's just a language. It's not a kind of talent that you have to that kind of talent that time you can only learn. Every person can learn this language.
But I think learning a language is not a talent, but I think learning how to communicate is definitely a talent and a skill which not everybody has. Like I
Yes,
have
yes.
seen people who are speaking very good English, amazing English, their language is just marvelous, but
Mm.
they don't know how to communicate, how to properly put your thought across to the other person. So when
Yes.
somebody say that I am good in English, I see that it's
Mm.
okay. Everybody is good in English nowadays. Everybody
Yes.
knows English. It's not a big thing and it's not
Mm.
a rocket science. You can learn it. But when
Yes.
somebody says I'm great communicator, then I must appreciate the person because communication is not that easy. Because
Yes.
language is just one part of communication, but there are many other aspects which make a communication better. So,
Mm.
yeah, communication I feel is a bit difficult and
Yes.
different from a
From speaking
language.
English, yes. Because most of the
Yes,
time people, have this misconception. If they speak very fluently, they are good communicator, but it's not like that. Communication skills is a very different part. And yes, I totally agree with you that it's a kind of
I
skill.
can. Yes, so I can tell you one thing that so sometime what happened when we used to study, there were few teachers who used to
Mm.
narrate things in the manner that we used to feel like it's just happening in front of our eyes. The way they
Mm.
narrate the experience or tell the story or things in their own words, we
Mm.
used to feel very mesmerized and we used to feel like those things are just happening. So I think
Mm.
those were the great communicators, I feel. I mean, when you make the person things visualize, which you are just saying from your mouth, that's when
Yes.
I can say the person is a great communicator. And I think that is
Yes.
very important skill to have in this present era.
Mm.
And
So if
so
I
we
have to ask this question, so how a person can improve their communication skills? Because you have a great communication skill, the way you express, the way you articulate your thought
do you
in a very
think
great.
like
Yes,
you're
I
talking
think.
about my English or about communication now? I'm
Yes,
asking
I'm
you.
talking about English as well as communication skills. You are a great communicator.
Okay.
So every person can relate with you, can understand you. Yes.
That's not because of my language. That all because of my nature, the way
Mm.
I treat people, the way I behave with people, and the way I'm very honest with them. I don't
Mm.
hide anything on camera. I mean, people have the kind of mentality when they are in front of camera, they try to be very nice, very good, and they don't want to make any mistakes. Even if they make, they just delete it or
They
edit
don't
it.
want to show as well.
They don't want to show, but I don't. fear about it. You might have seen my videos with English Yari. Recently, I again collaborate with them, and I think I've posted one video even today. You could find my mistake, and teacher was correcting me. So I was like literally okay with that because I have that kind of learning attitude, which people
Mm.
really like. So there is nothing extra I am doing. I am just presenting myself the way I am. And I think
Mm.
that's why people understand me and they can feel very relatable. I don't make any fake promises or something like that. Yes, you can just be fluent in a month. Even if my title of the video is the same, I just always make this point clear. If you want to learn English in a month, you have to spend 10 hours a day, which is not possible for,
Yes.
I mean, the people at this time. If you
Mm.
are doing your graduation, you're studying, maybe you're a housemaker, how can you spend 10 hours a day? It's not possible in
Yes.
any case.
Mm.
Especially for women, it's not possible. Maybe for men, it can be,
Yes, it
but
can
for
be,
women,
but
it's
for
not
women,
possible to
it's
spend time.
yes, I totally
Yeah,
agree because lots of
yeah.
responsibility they have.
Definitely. And that is why now when any woman come in front of me and doing something for herself, I feel really positive about her. And I always feel like that she should also grow because I feel happy when women are taking care of themselves, their emotion, their
Yes.
life, the financial stability. So
Mm.
now the time has evolving. Now we are not getting jealous of women. Now we are
Yes.
feeling that okay, if she is growing, she is one part of me. She's one part of my community, like a woman.
Yes.
So I really feel great about it. And like the
Mm.
Yashoda is a very great example in front of us. The way she
Yes.
is learning, that is also mind blowing, I must say, because she's working on her English every single day. The sentence structures, the vocabulary she use,
Mm.
she is working literally on herself. Like in that case, if I would say that I'm not working that much hard, I'm just working
Mm.
for the sake of my channel, to be honest, because I want to share my knowledge. I want to
Mm.
practice every day. I don't want to downgrade my English.
Mm.
That is why I'm just practicing just to maintain the flow. But she is
Mm.
literally working hard on herself and learning every single day. I think that kind of attitude I really admire.
Yes, even I think initially her family member also against to her. So she also
Yes,
struggled a lot. I have seen many
yes,
videos of her. So I'm really proud of
mm,
her as well. So as you said
yes,
that yes, we should be proud that when other woman is doing great. So I think you can only do that time because if you are inside happy, so that time that kind of vibes you can give to someone
yes,
because inside you
yes,
you are that kind of person.
yes, definitely. Any question if you want, you can ask me.
Okay, definitely. I have one question only. So, Krishma, I would like to ask you, is there any kind of advice that you have ever received in your earlier life and that is also stayed with you today and you are getting some benefit from that advice?
Okay, the one advice which even I think my mom used to tell me this thing that always face your fears.
Mhm.
Don't run from your fears because the more you run they will come to you again and again. So just face it and shut it and boost your confidence. And I really love it whenever I am in any trouble. I don't try to run away. I just try to face it, no matter how difficult it is. I always console my mind, my heart, that I have to do it. I have to do it. Maybe I get failed. Maybe I get kind of humiliation from this particular thing, but I have to do that just because I just want to keep boosting my confidence always. Because confidence is something that I feel is very important in life. I mean,
Yes.
if I talk about this particular era, confidence
Mhm.
is really important. And it
Mm.
doesn't come just by reading books or, getting knowledge. You just have
Mm.
to face things practically. That's
Mm.
when the real confidence enters. Yeah, knowledge is also important, but until you practice that, until you practically face the
Mm.
kind of situation, you
Yes.
cannot be that much confident. So
Yes.
I always face my fears. I never afraid of making mistakes. I always
Mm.
feel like, okay, for example, it's been 3 years. I'm still using the basic vocabulary. Many people come to my comment section and they say that you have been learning English for the last 3 years. Still, you are not able to use good vocabulary. But I really don't demotivate myself that time. If I feel like in that way, then I won't be able to create videos because they don't know my real background. They don't know my environment. They don't
Mm.
know my main responsibilities. That is why they
Yes.
are saying. Maybe
Mm.
for someone, learning English is the only goal, but for me, it's not my 100% goal. I
Mm.
have many things in my life. I just want to live
Yes.
my life. I want to enjoy.
Mm.
I want to take care of my children. I want to take care of their health. I want to go to my mom's house. I want to
Mm.
spend that vacation for 15 days. So
Mm.
my life is not revolves around English language only. So I'm working that hard. But maybe
Mm.
for some people, it is the very deeper goal in their life that they just want to master it, and that's why they are running after it and they are learning. So if inside you feel like doing something, then only you get that thing. If
Mm.
you just want to, I mean, for me, YouTube is just a part-time thing. My main profession
Yes.
is my advocacy, right? I'm putting some
Yes.
time and efforts there also.
Mm.
So just keeping those things in my mind, and I also feel that I don't need good English for future because I'm not even teaching people right now.
Mm.
So when I will start teaching, definitely I will improve the level of my vocabulary, my sentence structure, and everything I will definitely work upon. And I know that if I want, I can do it in just 2 to 3 months whenever I want. But
Mm.
it's that I don't feel like it's the right time because I have other responsibility to fulfill. I
But
have
I
two
think,
young
Krishna,
children.
you are also using advanced vocab. You're also improving the way you express. I think the main motive is to express yourself, articulate your thought. It doesn't mean that you have to every time, use advanced vocab. But nowadays, you are also using advanced vocab. It doesn't mean like that you are not using so many
Sometimes,
words,
very rare, very
but
rare,
mm,
not all the
but
time.
yes, but you are also using. Yes.
But that's naturally coming to me. I haven't tried to learn them, to be honest. Like
Yes,
the
this
people
thing
who
can
are
be,
in this field.
there that you are
Mhm.
natural learning. You are not putting, efforts to mug up those vocab.
Yes. Yes, I haven't done that because if I would have done that, I might be good in this thing also. But because I haven't put any effort on this side, it is automatically coming. It's coming
Mm.
late, but it is coming naturally to me.
Yes.
So that I can say. Yeah.
Mhm.
So I think we have 7 minutes left, and I'm getting call from my mother-in-law because
Okay.
I had one other session before you. So
Mhm.
I'm here. I'm in for the last 1.5 hour upstairs. So she's calling
Yes.
me right now. So I have to go. Thank you
Mhm.
so much for being part of this conversation.
And thank you so much, Krishma, for inviting me and giving me your precious time. I really enjoyed this conversation with you. Thank you so much.
Same here. Thank you. Bye bye.
Bye bye. Have a great day ahead.